Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be talking about the floating option in the dashboard. In Tableau, the floating option in dashboards offers an alternative to the tile layout. When you choose the floating option, you gain the precise control over the placement and sizing of the dashboard unlike the grid-like structure of the tile layout. Floating allows you to freely position and layer the elements anywhere on the dashboard canvas. This level of flexibility is beneficial when you need to create the highly customized pixel perfect dashboard design. You can overlay, stack, or position the objects without constraints, which makes it ideal for crafting the unique and interactive data. Floating empowers you to design dashboards with a higher degree of creativity and precision to the best convey your data insights and narratives. So we'll go to the Tableau screen and see how can we create this floating kind of visualization. I have clicked on the new dashboard option to create a new dashboard, and now I'll be looking at some tiled options. So let's say if I want to create the visualization in the whole screen, first I would like to change the size from minimum to the automatic. This automatic would help me to drag and drop my visualization and it would just fit it inside any screen which is being viewed on. So right now I have these four visuals that I've been. So previously when I was using the styled option, what was happening is that whenever I was dragging and dropping any visualization, so it was dividing the screen into two kind of. So previously, whenever I was using the styled option, what was happening was that whenever I'm dragging and dropping any visualization here, it is dividing my screen space into two equal parts. If I am dragging and dropping it horizontally, it would divide my horizontal space into two parts, and same it was doing for the vertical option. Now let's say if you don't want to use this kind of options and you just want to use the empty space that is present inside your visualization. So let's say if you have created a visualization on and the right hand side you have some empty space that or any small space is there that you want. So for that what you will do is instead of the tiled option you will use this floating option. I will click on this floating option, and now if I drag and drop this, now you can see I can easily move it around in my work. So this is the entire dashboard space and I can easily drag this visualization anywhere I want. Let's say if I want to stick it over here on the right hand side, I can do it. I can easily resize it. So I can drag and drop this on the top side, and also I will do it on the left hand side. And now it is ready. If you want to do the same thing with the help of legend, you can drag this legend and you can place it over here. Or if you have some empty space on the right hand side, you can do the same. Now this thing becomes very helpful when your visualization is small and you don't need a huge space. So basically you don't need to divide your screen size to two parts, and it would be saving your space as well, and it would be looking aesthetically well also. So let's say on the sheet 4 I'm having this pie chart. If I want to place it somewhere and I can resize it for some better viewing facility. After resizing, if you want to show the legends inside it, again this is a floating option that is active, so I can easily drag this over here and I can place it inside the visualization. Now this looks good and it saves my, unlike the tiled option that was dividing its screen spaces into half every time you were dragging and dropping a visualization. This floating option can help you to aesthetically frame your whole dashboard into any way that. So I'm again dragging and dropping this legend over here, and now I can easily fit the whole legend and the visualization. So this was the way in which you can use this floating option, and this is the same thing that you can do while creating any kind of visualization as well as when you are making any kind of object. So let's say if I want to place some text over here, so instead of the tile option, I can choose this floating option and I can do the same thing with these other objects. So this was all for this session. Next session, we'll be talking about the horizontal and the vertical.